messed it up. So definitely, if you are a caster, drinking water is very important.
Yes, I do not have my water with me.
I'm sure
right
if I'm sure if you're like a top pro caster, you should like warm up your voice and whatnot. But that's a little intense for me. So getting into this game here, guys. Let's start the introduction. So on the bottom left, we got the purple Zerg. He was GM 3 times, but right now he's Masters. We got Resq.
And he's cold.
Yes, he's cold. He wants the hugs.
Not love, hugs. Well, spawning in the bottom right of Whirlwind, we have our green Protoss Grandmaster. From Team FK Thunder.
Yeah, so we got into this game here. Thunder just gave him a hug. Apparently I wasn't good enough. Sad face. So Thunder's going to be scattering right after he throws down his pylon here. And he's actually scattering in the proper direction, so he's going to see Resq really quickly here. It's not going to be a huge deal. I mean, obviously you want to scout them as soon as possible, but Resq isn't doing anything weird in this game. He's not doing an early pool. He's not got quick gas or anything, so not going to be a huge deal here. But always, like I said, you know, just nice to see. That peace of mind.
The Overlord is going to the red spot as well.
The red spot?
The right spot.
Oh, right spot, okay.
Not the red spot. Yes, on this map there's a giant red dot.
Yeah.
I can see it. I don't know if anyone else can. That might just be me.
There's just always a nuke being dropped there. You have to worry about it, man.
I mean, like, you know, I might just need to get my eyes checked, actually.
Wouldn't that be funny if, like, there was a map that had red spots on it and you could nuke on top of the red spots and people didn't see it? So it's like, nuclear launch detected. Oh my god, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You can't find it, you lose your whole army.
Thunder did not manage to get a drone kill. He almost got one, actually. He got a drone down to half health.
Wow.
Before Resq was like, I'm just going to attack you.
I'm just going to fight you now. Oh, apparently he's just going to block you now. That's unfortunate. So the Nexus is going to go down here for Thunder. Clearly not blocked by Resq.
Well, whatever Resq is saying, I'm just confused. But,
yeah, I'm a little confused right now. I think he means I'm going to block you from killing that probe, but you know what? It's not really all that important. 4 lings on the way as well as a queen. Not really scouted by Thunder, but you know he's seen that the pool is done now. He's got his own Nexus down, so he's quite a bit ahead in expansion timing than his opponent. Definitely think he should leave this probe just a little while longer. Maybe try to block that hatch one last time. Every little bit helps, but I guess he has decided that scouting the third is a little bit more important, which is fine.
Indeed. He, though he does not actually have verification that there is a hatch yet.
Yeah.
So there could be some kind of thing itching in the back of Thunder's mind, but it looks like he's just going to be okay either way. Just, your standard wall-off, 1 cannon, gateway, forge. Nothing too extreme coming out, as we do see 4 lings pushing across the map.
Yeah, the wall on this map, like you're talking about, is standard in a way, yet it's just crazy, man. These lings are actually going to be able to attack this depot before the cannon's done, get it down to... Wow, it only has 400 health. It might even kill it. He needs to get a probe down here to throw down an emergency pylon. Nope. Okay. Whew. 140 health left.
Okay.
140 health left on that depot, so it's going to be all right here. And I was going to say, yeah, he's not really got confirmation about the natural, but if he scouts this third at about, 20 seconds ago, he should have seen that it went down. 420 is usually when you scout for the third hatch. That's what I like to scout anyway, just because you get to giggle every time you say it. But it's usually down by then, so you look, you check it out. If there's a hatch right there, you're pretty sure that he's taking his natural, unless he's super mind gaming you.
Yeah, mega mind games coming out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it doesn't seem too mind gaming. We do have actually a very nice spread on the lings out of Resq. Just at the bottom, just making sure nothing's getting out. Gateway just going ahead, starting up out of Thunder, right as Cybernetics core finishes.
Yeah, I accidentally just took my hand off my mouse, and it happened to go to the top of the screen, so we went on a little trip to the center of the map. Sorry about that, guys. So
yep, and I just want to make sure the overlay is okay.
Oh, damn it. You're right. Ah, Ben, why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because I just saw it on the stream. Anyway.
Alright, well, Ben, fail, bro. Fail. That was your job.
It was my job. We're 6 minutes in the game and the overlay.
Oh, God, 6 minutes. We can't let it go to 9 minutes next game. So the robotics facility is now going down here. Third is done for Resq, and this probe still hasn't actually scouted it, which is a bit of a problem, I think. He's got a zealot coming forward. Does he not even remember that the probe is there? Is he trying to, keep it hidden so that he can throw down a pylon at some point? Maybe that's what he's wanting.
There's no we're gonna see these lings. It looks like they are going to find that probe, and that poor probe is actually about to get mauled unless he is moved, and he's not. And that probe is going to get
Oh
cornered.
no, mauled by Zerglings. Just an awful way to die. These Zerglings actually doing a great job of scouting out, obviously finding that probe. And the Zealot has apparently been fighting a queen. Yeah, it looks like he's not going to. The queen finally realizes she's not going to be able to win that fight. Sorry, bro. Zealot usually beats a queen, and even though the Zealot was damaged, still beats a queen.
These lings might try and pick off the Zealot right now, actually, as
the
very
Zealot
nice
might
micro
win.
coming out of
Nope.
Thunder, but not enough.
Sorry, it's no good. No bueno. No bueno. He didn't count to 3. So the sentry's being warped out now by Thunder. Just trying to get up a good defense here.
Yep, we do see, it looks like just 8 lings coming across the map now. Nothing too dedicated. We do have speed for the lings starting finally. Lair on its way. Again, just some really actually passive play out of our Zerg so far. Starting an evolution chamber, getting up another gas. Nothing too aggressive, only 8 lings, just making sure that the Protoss isn't being too greedy.
And, well, the Protoss is definitely not being greedy. He's actually going up and going to do an Immortal Sentry. And Soul Train is on the way. How many Immortals do you think he's going to get? I'm going to say 3. Just because 2 would be too few, and 4 would be too many, and 5 is just right out of the question.
You know, like, I think he's not going to build another Immortal after this one. However, the Overlord did get a good scout on all the Immortals coming out and knows about the sentries, for it was tickled to death by sentries.
Yeah.
So he pretty much knows what's coming. It's just going to be a question of can he defend against the supposedly unstoppable Soul Train.
Yeah, the Soul Train. Well, actually, Parting lost versus Zerg, so obviously it's not unstoppable. Ling speed is finished, and there's quite a few Lings out right now. It looks like it's actually at 39 and 53 drones. So he's kind of cut drones a little bit early, maybe. You know, usually go up to 55, 57, but, you know, that little of a drone difference isn't going to change the game too much. So like I said, yeah, now he's got a lot of Lings, obviously, and he's making roaches as well, which is really what you want to do with, oh my goodness, to hold this with. Because you use the Lings to force fields, and you just try to fight with those roaches after, and maybe get a surrounding through Zerglings. If you can kill sentries, you're in a good spot.
Yep, pulling those 4 Lings back just so they don't die, but they do know exactly where the army is right now. 1 Ling going forward. Seeing actually a Warp Prism coming out of Thunder.
Yeah, definitely you want this Warp Prism. Also needs to bring a probe with this. The Warp Prism is not really actually for warp-ins with this. It's more for microing your Immortals when they're trying to pick off by when the roaches try to focus the Immortals. There we go. You pull the Immortal into the Warp Prism, and that Immortal doesn't die, and you pretty much have a great time engaging. Oh, this is a great surround. I'm going to need awesome force fields with the Lings. Do get in the back. These roaches have great surround on these units. I don't know how this is going to go, man. He needs this Immortal for micro with the sentries and the Immortals, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, very nice flank out there by Resq. GG for the first game out of Thunder. It looks like the first game is going to be going to Honey Bear.
Yeah. Honey Bear? You like that better than Resq? See,
I don't know.
I always look up at the, what do you call it? I always look up at the nameplate, yeah. I see Resq, so I just call him that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think like I have a theory, and I will inform you of it later.
Okay.
If I'm right.
I guess Abstract has to leave soon, so Abstract is going to play through just because he has to leave soon. That's unfortunate, so we're not going to cast both semis. We are going to cast the finals, that is for sure. It's going to be one of these players versus the winner between Abstract and Popcorn, which is an interesting name. So hopefully, you know, maybe we can cast the last one of that. But until then, until the next map is picked here, we're going to go and just leave some music on for you guys. We're going to get this game set up, and we'll be right back.
To the left, jack you to the right.
GG.
Check it out. Like Nicolas Cage in Zombie, I wanna shake you naked and eat you. Will I be like a peach? I wanna eat you, and like a leech, I wanna suck you dry. Even the sweat dripping down your thigh. Kiss my love, I kiss your flower. Minute, hour for hour. This ain't your typical one night stand. I wanna wake up in the morning and do it again and again. I ain't like other men thinking for the night and not a lifetime. I just thinking maybe now's the right time to diddy jaggle with you. Just you and I. All night, yeah. Like diddy jag, baby, come on, you're riding all night long. And like a leech, I wanna suck you dry. Diddy jag, baby, come on, it's my love.
Quickly get out.
This ain't your typical one night stand. I wanna wake you up, baby, come on, you're riding all night long. I just think that maybe now's the right time. Diddy jag with you, baby, come on. Diddy jag with you, you're riding all night long. Come on. They ought to call you Mr. Hypocrite, Prince of Counterfeit. Every word sticky sweet with
What? I missed a money clap on that.
latest fashion. And so you cash in. You had your chance then to rearrange.
I am. Wait, what happened? What I missed?
Change, can you say it's getting better when everyone's a debtor?
Oh yeah.
So much to
Okay, that was a vague reference, bro. Like, come on. You had to at least give me a tone or something.
gain for a day. Are you still gonna feel our pain when there's nothing left to gain? Are you still gonna feel our pain when there's nothing left to gain? This is the day of the Thai cliche. It ain't what you do, it's what you say. And everybody is a prostitute.
So what is the velocity? What's the airspeed velocity of an unladen sentry?
Don't know why. Too tired to fight, too dumb to try. I've heard your song one too many times. You're just a game show host spitting worn out lines. Define the rules that don't apply to you and take a bow for what you didn't do. But hey, it's okay. Who needs the truth? We've no right to judge despite the proof. Are you still gonna feel our pain when there's nothing left to gain? Are you still gonna feel our pain when there's nothing left to gain? Oh, mister, I don't know. Oh, mister, I don't know.
Alright guys, we're back here with this game number 2. It looks like it's going to be on Antigua Shipyard. This is an interesting choice. I mean, Zerg players and Protoss players kind of hate this map.
Though, I feel a Zerg player hates this map a lot more than a Protoss player. I would say. And, Thunder might be very comfortable in the late game on this map. You can get the Colossus in the map, which can pretty much hold up that center. Similar to the way a Siege Tank does.
Right. So let's get into the introductions here. We got in the bottom right, the red Protoss. He's from FK, or Team FK. I don't know, it says FK Team, but it's weird. Thunder!
Thunder.
So I just got a message, actually. If this is a 2-0, we're going to be casting Abstracts match. So, fingers crossed, almost, kind of. I'm not sure. Well, it would be more games, but then it's kind of sad because then it's a 2-0. And Protoss loses. But you know what? Let's get into the rest of the introductions here. Sorry I interrupted you, bro. Go!
It's okay. Spawning in the top left, we have the purple Zerg. Resq.
Resq. Indeed. So, that last game he went for Soul Train. And Ben completely missed my reference. And I'm sure some other people did. But it's okay. He's missed 2 in a row now. Maybe he can get 1 of 3. What do you guys think?
1 of 3?
1 of 3?
I don't know. I feel like 0 of 3...
Right.
It's just it's nicer.
Yeah.
It's a cleaner number than 1 of 3.
So even if you hear it, you're just gonna ignore it.
Perhaps.
That would be so unfortunate. That would be just so unfortunate. So the spawning pool goes down here on, it looks like 14 supply. Pretty standard timing there. for a Zerg. This probe scouts it out as it is, cross positions only. He did go straight to the base. Let's look at what Thunder's doing here. He's got a pylon here at the ramp, so it looks like he wants to wall off there with a forge and some other buildings.
Indeed. Playful banter going back and forth from the two very skilled players, actually.
Yeah, well, they're both in GM, or
Yeah.
have been, at least.
It's like the two Greymaster level players. We do see actually a Nexus first fast expand coming out of
Ooh.
Thunder.
I think he's just like, you know what, I'll take a chance. He probably thinks I'm going to T-base him and be really aggressive. And this is weird.
I mean, like, what's interesting is, like, he did see the pool before hatch as well. So.
Yeah. That's pretty standard, though. I mean, if you see a 14 pool, you can generally go Nexus first and still be safe. It's a little tight, and I don't know about it on this map just because it is a shorter map, and, obviously the see where you are on the ramp is so huge. It's kind of hard to get that wall off in time, but, I don't think Thunder would be doing this unless he knew the build well enough.
Indeed, and actually a very nice cancel there out of Thunder. He did not let his pylon finish, as he did see the Lings come down, and they would have been able to just tear it apart.
Yeah.
Lynch actually coming up, and they're going to scout out the third. They will probably see this probe, and they do, and that probe is going to die again.
And Ben, you failed me, man. Again, I forgot the overlay. I caught it this time, though, so I think I'm just gonna leave it off this time.
We didn't make it to 9.
Yeah, we didn't go to 9
minutes,
minutes, which is good.
I was going to tell you at 9:01.
9:01.
9:01.
Oh, by the way, the game's about to end or something like that if it's a big 2-base, but it's not what it's looking so far yet. This is wall. I don't like it. Just straight up. Sorry, I just don't like it. It's got 3 pylons on it.
It's 3 pylons in the front of the base. The pylons are the
Yeah.
weakest building in a wall off, apart from photon cannons, if you want to put those in front.
Right, I don't think you do that, though.
But, really, I would actually... in most cases, I don't want a cyber core in my wall just because you can actually pick off the cybernetics core.
Right.
But I would have preferred to see a cyber core here instead of 2 of those pylons, just because it is a thicker building.
Yeah, I'd actually rather not have my forge in the wall. Generally, you don't just lose a game if you lose your cyber core at the points when you're going to get it picked off, but the forge you can. Just because late game, if it's like an upgrade's about to finish and you're really relying on that to hold a big attack, they pick it off, you're like, oh, well, I actually just can't hold this as an engagement now. Your units are going to be too big, I'm not going to do enough damage. It's going to be tough for me, but, I definitely agree 3 pylons is just not as good, and cyber core would be better. I've seen the... Oh, sorry. Go.
We see Resq is actually up on 3 bases now almost.
Mm-hmm.
Going ahead and actually taking all of the safe bases on this map, and it looks like... this is just your standard Protoss, Protoss goes 2 bases, Zerg goes 3 bases. But I actually expect to see some form of something going on right now, as currently we only still have a spawning pool.
Yeah. 10 drones in production, though. That's a lot. Now 2, but a little...
It was 10 for a moment.
Yeah, it was 10 for a moment. So a little oversaturated in the main, just by 2, but he's going to be making buildings with those. And there it is, the Twilight Council. This looks... it doesn't look like DTs. Actually, yeah, it does. Yeah, I think this is DTs. What do you think?
DTs is definitely an option.
Right.
Just because actually he is managing to deny any vision. But it could still definitely be other things. He is up on 4 gas now, and so he could actually be going straight to Templar. We're gonna have to see, as it is finishing now. What will he do?
We're gonna have to see, man. I
He
really think, yeah, there it
Shrine,
is.
and then he rebuilds the Dark Shrine, and he is going for that DT rush.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to hope that it doesn't get scouted. This is actually one of the safest places in the base to get something that's actually not scouted.
Right. That's so funny. The area.
It's in the middle.
Right.
And you would think, all right, that's not a very safe place, but the overlords will be skirting around the edge of the base, and that's actually in the heart of the base next to the cannon, and it's on the high ground, so nothing on the ground can see it. So
Exactly.
Of all the places, I would say that is probably the best place to put that Dark Shrine.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It always seems so counterintuitive to me just because it's so close to the front, but like you said, man, ground units can't see up that. This Ling has no vision of the high ground. Actually just gonna die there to that cannon. The Dark Shrine is about halfway done here. Looks like some Lings are trying to be a little bit aggressive here. There's only 8 Lings though, and they're just not gonna get through this wall. Okay, good. He's not gonna attack that. It looks like this is gonna be a DT drop. Yeah, so there's the War Prism.
Yeah, but we see a whole lot of lings coming out.
Oh my
of Resq right
god,
now.
will he see it? Yeah, he just gets the Dark Shrine if he clicks on it.
Oh no, and he sees the Dark
Yeah.
Shrine.
This is pretty big information, guys. He's going to throw down some detection at each base, get a little bit, a few roaches everywhere, just to make sure he's not going to die to anything. There's actually no detection started yet. There's an Overseer over at the 3rd. Nothing in the natural. He's making another Overseer somewhere, though. Let's see where that is. Okay, it's in the natural, and then obviously the main will be covered by the Overseer from the natural, so I think he's going to have a pretty good chance of holding this with more or less no losses. These Zealots here are getting picked off by some Zerglings. Definitely not what you want.
Interestingly, Thunder's still actually going for the DTs, even though they have been seen.
Right.
Probably just hoping that he can get somewhere without detection, wiggle in there. All those Zealots actually going to just get totally killed, though.
Yeah, I mean, the strength of the DT drop is you can actually put the DTs into the main, and you can get a little bit of damage done, but it's so hard to get a lot done. DTs are not very powerful when your opponent knows they're coming and they can prepare for them. I mean, dropping DTs into those lings would be pretty useless. That was kind of cute. Might even pick up this queen here. Yeah, he got the queen. Now he's going to load back up. So that's a little nice there. And also doing a little bit at the 3rd there. He got the hatchery down to about 2/3 health.
Yeah, but, that health will regenerate, and he did lose 3 DTs. Resq saying, how rude of you to go DT, especially when I already know you're going DT.
Yeah, so rude.
Resq saying, alright, if you want DT, I think I can actually take a 4th in this map.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you.
Generally, you can't do this as a Zerg. But, with the way that the current game is going, he might actually be safe taking that 4th as long as Thunder doesn't see it.
Yeah, the problem for him, though, is he's going Hydras and Colossi are already in production now. Colossus range has just started, as well as the first Colossus, so he's going to have a good anti-Hydra, army. It's just, is he going to have the buffer for this? It's actually Hydra Ling, which is just so weak to Colossi. I'm kind of worried about that. If he just has a really poor engagement with some nice sentries from his opponent, or sentry force fields from his opponent, there might be a problem here for him.
Indeed, but we do see a lot of Lings and Roaches coming out, and there is not a Colossus out yet. It is almost done. DT is actually just going after the attempted 4th expansion.
Oh my god, oh, he almost killed it. It does get canceled at the last second. The Observer sees all these units out here, but there's a lot of them. I just don't know what he can do here. There's no detection, though. That's a bit of a problem. Warps in like a couple DTs, does a good damage there. And these cannons are going to be very important, as well as the Colossus taking out the Lings so quickly. 2 of the pylons are dead in the wall now. It looks like the Forge is going to go down as well, and this is what I'm talking about. You don't want to lose that Forge, man. And now the Zerg units are in the base, almost killing off that Colossus. It does it just live, but now that there's high ground vision, it can't really kill the Hydras, and the robotic support rate is being picked up by Roaches.
Yeah, this is just really strong play out of Honey Badger. A nice timing attack right before the Colossus were finished.
Yeah.
And, I don't even know what Thunder can do right now. He could, godly micro with that Colossus that just died, maybe. He can warp in. Dead.